I'm Mandy Pryor, and welcome to the Southwestern PA Business Podcast. And this is hosted through the Southwest Regional Chamber of Commerce. I am here today with two fantastic guests. We have Jennifer Hisdorf and Chris Conroy, who are joining us from the former South Hills Chamber. We're going to talk a little bit about that transition and what it means to our members, as well as the former members from South Hills Chamber. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce Jennifer and Chris. Thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for having us.
And so, I guess tell me a little bit about we'll start quickly, but what is the South Hills Chamber, or was the South Hills Chamber? What did it represent?
Well, the South Hills Chamber represented mostly South Hills from Dormont to Upper St. Clair. We would touch into Washington County. That was our general footprint, and Mount Lebanon, a good bit of that too. So we represented the economic development, just like most chambers. We have the same goals as all chambers, which is really just developing the economy and promoting small business and generating connections so people can work and live in a better community. That's the purpose of the chamber.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. And Jennifer, any thoughts on that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think just what Chris said, our goal was always to make sure that businesses had the access to the resources and connections that they needed to succeed.
Good. And we've made very big, if you haven't heard already, a very big connection recently. I would say this is like the ultimate networking connection, is to combine our two chambers and make it one chamber, bringing the South Hills members in. And so do you want to talk a little bit about that and what happened in that transition, just so your members and my members and everybody kind of has the backstory?
Yes, so we're like every other small business in a sense. There's things happen and changes occurred with our leadership, and so Jen and I kind of sat down and said, let's just talk about a clean slate and see what we want to do and what's best for the members, because in the end that's why we're here. We're not here for any other reason.
I agree.
So we started pursuing options, and then this was by far the best option for our members, to give them the most resources and support overall. And why compete when we're all working towards the same goal of economic development for small business and all business, generally speaking, but mostly small. We always focused on small.
Yeah, our small, mid-sized business, like the core of the South Hills, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly.
And every conversation we had through that time was looking what is in the best interest of our members. That's where every discussion started. Every option that we looked at was just making sure that they continued to have access to the resources they needed. They met the people they needed to help their businesses grow. And that was really what led us to the decision to open it up to a larger community, because we just felt that made perfect sense for the businesses and those representatives here in the community.
Yeah, and it's, we have some crossover. We actually didn't have as much as we thought we
No.
would, which is interesting because our footprints are similar in size. How did you both get started? You're both board members, president of the board, treasurer of the board, correct? How did you get started with the South Hills Chamber, and what drove you to be a part of chambers in general?
We started with, it's just one of the things when you start a business it's on the list for almost everyone. And that's, my wife and I started Geico South Hills in April of 2019. And so we went, the first chamber we saw was South Hills, and we were Geico South Hills, and it was the South Hills Chamber. So
Makes sense.
Here we are, yeah. And then we kind of, after about a year, I kind of just raised my hand and was a board member after that. And just because it's fun to interact with business people, and it gives you, an outlet too from like your own business to get that perspective from somebody else that, may not do the same thing, which is always helpful.
Yeah, and chambers are small nonprofits for the most part. Like the Southwest Regional Chamber, we focus on small, mid-sized businesses. We're small nonprofits, small staff. So our board members are important to what we do and how we function. We really could not do it without them. Plug for my board members, by the way, right there. You're welcome. And Jennifer, what about you? How did you get started the South Hills Chamber and become treasurer? I know you're in banking, so that
Yes,
always
it's
is like,
always
oh,
a
there's
natural
a banker
fit.
in the room.
Yep.
We have a new treasurer.
Well, and as you know, bankers represent chambers very well. We attend all the events and we do all the things. So I was a member for a long time and just saw it as an opportunity to give back and be part of, when I joined, we were just coming out of COVID. So we were just getting back to events, just getting back to really helping businesses figure out what their next steps were going to be. And at that time, it was really important for us to have the educational opportunities and have the resources talk to our business owners about what that looks like when you reopen your doors, things like that. So it was a really important time. And that's about, I think, the time you joined the board as well. Just a really important time to shape what that would look like for our business community.
Well, and COVID was tough on chambers. I mean, we weren't having the events that we had, and we didn't get the loans that a lot of the businesses that we were helping to get the loan because of our 501c6 status. We didn't qualify for a lot of the different loans that were out there. So it was a tough time, and kind of, we made do with some webinars and some online stuff and kind of powered through. And it's, I think until this year, Southwest Regional wasn't the same. It just didn't have that same energy and vibe, and so I can understand. I mean, COVID was pretty tough on chambers, I would have to say. And so now that we've kind of connected and our members are going to start intermingling, what are your hopes for that? What do you hope that the members get out of being a part of the Southwest Regional Chamber? I mean, now you're members, so welcome. I mean, Jennifer, I think you are. Chris, brand new, so welcome.
Thank you.
What do you hope to get out of the chamber?
We've always thought that it's about the members. So I'm just like a member now too. So
Yeah.
obviously, like, what I want to get out of it is just interactions and outlets to different business owners, and that's kind of my thing. Like, I love talking about different businesses and our business, and it's so important to have different perspectives, because I can talk to somebody in Kentucky that does the same thing as us, and
Sure.
you end up with it's good to just get a different perspective. and
Absolutely.
that's where the chamber, I think the most important part of the chamber is, with the interaction between business owners, and it's obviously more local, but still it just helps you plan for and kind of think of things that you might not think of if you're only talking to people who do exactly the same thing as you.
Exactly the same thing.
So that's kind of what we're looking to get out of it.
What about you, Jennifer?
So I think the first meeting we had together, the joint coffee meeting at Panera, and we walked into the room and there were 50 people there.
Yes.
That was when I think we both knew that this is the right move. This is why we're doing this, because we mentioned I network a lot, and there were probably half the room I didn't know. So it was great to meet new people that are different parts of their journey, different businesses, whatever it might be. So just opening those doors to new people and to new energy and new excitement, it made us realize that we absolutely did the right thing for our members by just the excitement and energy in that room. I think we were all standing in the corner because there were so many people there. So to see how many people come
just
out
kept
and
coming
join.
through the door.
Yes.
They're like, we don't have any more seats. They're like, we're fine. We were clapping. That was fun.
Yeah, and it was wonderful just to see that many people to open more doors for our members, and we were right at home that day. So we're excited about this opportunity.
Yeah, and I know I've known Jennifer for some time. Chris, I'm getting to know you more and more. And I think that's the whole key to it, especially if you've been, with the South Hills Chamber, with Southwest Regional Chamber, or any chamber in the area networking group. You start to see the same people in the room often. And so, one of my goals is always to kind of shake things up, grab the people who haven't been out in a while, get some new people through the door. So this was a great opportunity to say, hey, everybody, here's all new people. This is great. Yeah, and they're near you. You don't have to drive through the tunnels, to go meet new people. They're out here in the South Hills, which I think is a great opportunity. And the South Hills Chamber, I've always watched, and I think you guys did a great job out there, no matter what you did. What are some of your favorite memories as being, part of the South Hills Chamber? And please humor us if there's anything, any funny stories we'd like to know too.
Yeah, I think the best memory that I have was when we did a barbecue, and it was just a really, really like family type picnic barbecue. It just felt like that. Everyone was having a lot of fun. Everyone was laughing. It was still networking, but it was casual and fluid, not like forced at all.
Yeah.
And those are the best events for me, because it feels, you just want them to flow and be smooth. And then when you leave, you're like, wait, what did I do? But you did a lot.
You did a lot.
But you had a lot of fun, and it was very, very natural. And so that was probably my best South Hills Chamber memory.
And Jennifer, you?
I think it's along those same lines. I mean, every event we always had a really good time, and we always had just great members and great people that hung out well after the event ended, just because there was just such a great connection and great relationships being built. So it's definitely the people, and there's just the good times we had at the events and all that.
That's nice. That's nice to get together. We just did an event at Bednar's, and we were on hay rides. Well, there wasn't hay, but there was rides on tractors, which I think is a good time. But
Always.
I always give my number one advice is whenever people are out there and they're networking, don't ask people about, oh, here's my sales pitch. I'm selling to you right now. You sell to me. We have coffee. I'm out of here. Like, that is never going to work. Say, what is your dog, like, what kind of dog do you have? What do you do on the weekends? Do you golf? Do you, find out about them, who they are, what they do, and then you're going to, get to know each other that way, and on such a deeper level than just what your job is and what you want to get out of this person. It's all about making a community and a connection, and not necessarily just making a sale. So I think that's great that you guys have a barbecue and you think that was fun. So I'm always open to new ideas. Hopefully can bring some barbecue. I know we've had ideas for barbecues in the past, so might have to bring in some experts, some barbecue experts right here, everybody.
Picnic planning committee.
Committee. They've already signed up.
Picnic planning.
And anything else you want to share or look forward to? Anything that you thought that the South Hills Chamber did really well that you would like to see done at the Southwest Regional Chamber? SWR, Mandy's Chamber. Some
Mandy's
people
Chamber,
call
that's
it
exactly.
Mandy's Chamber.
I think we're, like Jen said before, that first joint event kind of just solidified everything with us too. And so I don't think we're not even far off from where we want to be. So it was a good feeling too when all those people kept coming into the room, and it surprised both of us. And so I don't really have anything to add to that. We have the same goals.
Well, and hopefully they keep coming. I know they were a little surprised, I'm sure, by our announcement. So I hope that they come in and at least give an event a try, come meet us, and we have them in the directory already. I'd have to say my admin's been amazing. She got them up in 2 weeks. So
That's great.
First things first, if you want to find out more about any of the South Hills members and the Southwest Regional members, you can go to our website and find out more. And then Jennifer, plug yourself. What bank do you work for? What do you do? What do you love about it?
So I am a treasury management banker with Brentwood Bank, and I have been in banking for a long time. I started as a teller, and 18 years later, this is all I've done, because I just love working with my clients that much. So I mean, what I specifically work with clients is helping their businesses manage their cash flow, mitigate their risk. So the banking products that they put in place are really important for making sure that those two things are really taken care of within their finances.
And you're opening a new location soon, correct?
Yes, it'll be opening in Wexford, probably the end of this year. So it'll take us up to 6 locations.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And Jennifer's also involved in tons of different extracurricular activities. She'd have a really good college, what's it called? Entry into college. You write down all your extracurriculars. So you're part of all different groups. You help out all over the community. You have POSH. You're with the Rotary. It's the Mount Lebanon Rotary?
Yes.
Mount Lebanon Rotary. I don't even know what else you're involved with. Probably Just for Success.
Just for
something.
Success,
Yeah,
412 Thrive. Yes.
412 Thrive.
Many great organizations.
Yes. So if you need, more help, Jennifer is your person, right? You have to ask a busy person. And Chris, tell us a little bit about you, Geico, what you do there, and how you got into that industry.
So I got into insurance in 2006, I started at Geico Corporate, and I was there for about 12 years. When I left, I was the operations manager for the local offices and for the whole country. And so we had about 160 offices then. And so what I did was I convinced Monica, my wife, who is selling. She's our salesperson.
That's good.
Yeah, she's the sales side of the business. But she was selling hotel rooms, and we kind of talked about how
Insurance and hotel rooms are exactly.
Yeah, and I
the
said,
same.
well, what do you like about selling? And then we kind of talked about it. And I said, well, how about we sell a different product? And so then we jumped ship and opened Geico South Hills here, and so we've been doing that since 2019, April. And what we like, I mean, insurance is so important. It's everything that people work for. You know, it's protecting what they work for. It's their house, it's their cars.
Their families.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so we do personal lines. We're captive agents with Geico, and personal lines just means auto, homes, all the toys, motorcycles, jewelry, you know. And that's kind of where we're at. We're just happy to be here, and we love the community.
And your wife's great too.
Yeah, she's the better side. But yeah.
Good. Well, we look forward to working with you guys. I know that we're going to be having a new member meeting and informational session coming up, which is still not in the books, but it will be soon, I promise. And we'll go over all of the membership information for both our current members, South Hills members, anybody who really wants to attend. Let them know what benefits they can have from being a chamber member, and how we can help them. We do, outside of just networking events, the chamber's support. We connect people. We're always offering promotions, and we have a lot of things going on to help our local businesses. So please stay tuned for that, and I'll be sharing a link soon. Also, we have Back to Business 2023. I almost said 2022. Back to Business 2023 coming up at the Hilton Garden Inn on September 7th. And so if you would like to attend, we have a huge lineup. We have PA Chamber there, we have Koza Law Group, we have Jeff Hancher, we have Vibrant Pittsburgh, Dress for Success, and it's going to be a great day. It's for employment, human resources, learning, inclusion, diversity, and just learning what's going on in employment and the workforce all across the state, actually. So hopefully you could attend that as well. And that's it for the Southwestern PA Business Podcast. I want to thank Jennifer and Chris for being on today, and we look forward to welcoming all of our South Hills members even more as the year goes on. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you soon.